What's happening, you guys? Alright, today is, what's that, Tuesday or whatever it is, the 25th of July. Current time is almost 1600 local time, central, that is. We are currently on, oh, that's pretty nice. You're not too bright. Weren't you over there on the, when you had the chance to get off the exit that would have legitimately got you over there, dipshit. Alright, so we're on the south side of Kansas City right now, heading westbound on Interstate 435. Gonna be getting on southbound I-35 here in just a second. We are on our way to the Tyson facility in Olathe, Kansas to pick up our reload. I got notification earlier the load is already ready to go for pickup. My drop dead time, like I mentioned in the other video, the previous video, it's not until like 20:30 tonight. So at least at least about 4.5 hours from now, something like that. But I ended up getting myself some good rest. Got me while I was still in Moberly. Ended up eating at that Chinese buffet there right next door. You know, funny thing is that was probably the smallest meal I've ever had at a Chinese buffet. All I had was one plate, and that was it. You would think, oh yeah, it must have been pretty bad if that's all it was. Like, no, I just wasn't very hungry. But when I did get because I had a couple of different types of chicken there. I had a General Tso's chicken, and I don't remember what that other one was, but man, that one of them, I forget. It wasn't too much unlike General Tso's. It could have been peppered. I don't know. I don't remember what they called it. I saw it. I just forgot what it was called. It wasn't like orange chicken or sweet and sour or whatever. Or I don't know. But it had a, it turned out it was actually cooked nicely and it had a really nice flavor to it. I'm like, oh yeah, this was definitely hitting the spot there. But like, I just wish I was hungry enough to have more, because all I really had was just those two pieces of chicken, those chicken nuggets or whatever you call those things, and some chow mein or lo mein noodles, whatever you want to call those. There could be different arguments on that. A lot of times they call it chow mein, but I think it's technically lo mein. I don't know. I'm not a Chinese, like Mandarin or Cantonese speaker, so I don't know if there's a meaning to those. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's one where the noodles are soft and moist, and then there are other noodles where they're crunchy, like they're kind of like a snack that you can just sit there and snack on them by themselves. My understanding is that's actually chow mein, and then lo mein or something is the kind that I was eating, where it's like, dude, stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Don't drift into my lane while I'm sitting here right next to your ass. And I see that light there on your rear view mirror saying that I'm right there, so can't say you don't see me there. Alrighty. It was good food though, and all I had was, I think, like some dinner roll thing, whatever they, it was a dinner roll basically. That's it, and a drink. Yeah, normally I'll get like two platefuls of stuff, and then maybe like a dessert or something. I just couldn't do that much. All right, so we are in the Ridgeview neighborhood now. So I wanted to try to talk about something a little bit more trucking oriented. Yeah, because but the problem is that the item that comes to mind that I think I should talk about, that I could probably talk about, would be like weather planning. But problem is I think some of the weather planning information that I can give, show you guys, that's actually where it can be useful to some of you guys who maybe you drive a truck for a living, maybe you don't. Maybe you're just driving a regular car and want to know more about weather planning a trip that you might be doing in your regular car, something along that line. Or Maybe you're an inexperienced trucker who wants to know about how to weather plan. Or, yeah, I also have some stories about weather planning mistakes, I would say, where I'm lucky I didn't get in an accident. But I think I'd be better off doing that when I'm not driving my truck, because there'd be more show and tell related to, like screen capture stuff on both my tablet and my phone that I can show you on how I go about my own weather planning. So I might save that for another time. I'd like to talk about it though, because I don't want to have like every damn video, every vlog of mine being some kind of social justice or whatever kind of thing that goes on. But it just so happens that's what the first thing that comes to mind. I have a couple other JCT more oriented stuff that I considered also talking about, but I'm waiting to get word from our recruiting office on whether Hirschbach will have any issues with the format of my vlogs before I do that, because there's a certain hashtag now that we can use in our vlogs and sign up for this thing, and if we do at least 4 vlogs a month, yeah, and I think it's supposed to be JCT related, or things about that are related to driving for JCT, then they'll pay us like $100 extra every month. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's not much, but it's still something. And hey, you know, there've been a number of times where I get people, even if I don't get credit for it, which I don't really care. You know, it's pretty common now. You know, I'll find out people come to JCT, and it's either because they've seen my videos, or it just so happens that they're interested. They're already planning on coming to JCT, and then they happen across my videos. So, and my videos tend to be very useful and helpful to them in all that process. No, actually, you know what? I need to stay here, because the next exit down is actually where I need to get off. Yeah, we'll stay right here. Going slower than I really want to be going, but there's not. I mean, I can't do much except for get in front of a truck that's just 2 vehicles in front of me, and then okay, get right in front of him and be a problem for him that I don't need to be. So yeah, we'll just sit here. I'm gonna get off at a US 169. I don't know. I'm kind of running short on the time now, but something else I can talk about though that came up yesterday. Maybe you guys heard about it. I'll just call it kind of newsworthy and you know, somewhat newsworthy, whatever, but kind of drama too. So that's why I'm a little bit reluctant to talk about it. I don't want my channel to be about drama, but at least it's something to talk about, I guess. So it's going to be about the U.S. women's national soccer team and the national anthem, or we could also expand it into pro athletes in general, but I'm more interested in something that recently came up, specifically involving the U.S. women's soccer team. Yeah, I'm going to need this line here. Okay, so if you haven't heard, they were playing a game against Vietnam, I believe. Man, there's a lot of traffic over here. I think I might rather use the next exit down. There's too much traffic here. Yeah, normally I use this exit here, but there's too much traffic. I don't want to deal with these people, so it's not a big deal here. As you see there on my map, there's another exit just past this one I can also use. I'll just have to make a couple of left turns to get onto 159th Street, which is the street that my shipper's on. Normally I just come down, get off here, make a left, go straight down US 169, and then make a right turn onto 159th, which is right by the Trans Am trucking terminal. And right after you get past Trans Am's terminal, on the left side is where the shipper's at. But since you saw what all that traffic was like there, yeah, we can avoid that. So we'll just come over here straight to the 159th exit. All right, so this issue here, now I guess there was some issue with the women, like I guess the cameras were watching all the women while the national anthem was playing, U.S. national anthem, and they made some kind of remark about how none of the almost none of the women were singing or something, singing along with the lyrics or something like that. I'm like, why is that a big deal? Are we just making up drama that doesn't need to be made up? I don't know. I'm curious. But then they brought up how I guess one of the players on the team in I guess 2019 had raised some kind of stink about the national anthem and said she was going to refuse to sing it as a kind of a silent protest. Like, okay, well, I guess if you're going to be protesting it, then I guess that's a good way to do it. You know? It's a good way to, you should be a good way to do it without pissing people off. Apparently it doesn't quite work that way though, because there are apparently people not liking it now with, hey, this woman doing this, and now most of the players on the team are not singing along to it either. I'm like, okay, you guys know I was retired military. I'm retired military. I heard that national anthem countless times, and you know, every afternoon. Do I need this lane here? I think I do. Or is it the next one? Yeah, I think it's this street here. Yeah, this is 159th. Okay. Alright, so every evening, usually at 4:30 or 5 p.m. or whatever it is, depending on what installation you're on, you'll have, I always get the songs mixed up. You'll first hear a song, well, the period we call it retreat. But the song, I want to say, is To the Colors that you'll hear first. And then after that, the national anthem will play. I kind of get To the Colors is one of the songs, but I can't remember if that's, I get it mixed up if that's Reveille or, you know, that's played with Reveille or with the national anthem at night. Anyway, national anthem plays. If you're on a military installation, it doesn't matter if you're in a civilian vehicle. I mean, if you're in a vehicle or on foot or whatever, you are expected, you are actually required by installation policy and DOD policy to stop your vehicle. And now, depending on what branch you're in, like for Air Force, they our rule was just sit there quietly and basically sit in your car at a position of attention, if you will. And don't say a word. You don't sing along to the anthem or anything. You just sit there quietly, erect and all that. Don't get the wrong idea about it. And wait for the song to end, and then you can drive again. If you get caught driving on an installation while the national anthem's playing, the military or security forces, police, whatever you might want to call them, depending on what branch you're in, and again, they can actually pull you over and stop you for that, or same as someone else, like a commander or someone. All right, so we're gonna make a right turn here. Looks like a Schneider or somebody pulling, or no, no, never mind. That's a Tyson trailer. Hillshire Farms. It's a Tyson driver pulling the Hillshire Farms trailer. We're gonna turn right here. This will be our shipper. I do have more to talk about with this. I want to give you some insight into how things are done in the military as far as the national anthem is concerned first, and then I don't want to get too deep into all that controversy involving the women's soccer team, because I'm not sure why it's even an issue, to be honest with you, but seems to be ruffling some feathers for whatever reason. Alright guys, we're done checking in here. I've just got to slide our tandems all the way back. Yeah, you're expected to slide your tandems back before you even get on the property, before you come into the property, by the way. Alright, I see a JCT company driver right in front of us. Truck number 81. Oh, let me change my status. Oops, no. Yard move. Okay. Alright, so tandem's back. You know, That guard, I got a little bit of an impression like he's annoyed or something, but I'm not sure why. It's a simple process here. All you do is you walk up. I mean, you come up to that line there that I stopped at. Slide your tandems back. Go fill out the log form there. You don't even need your pickup info or anything like that. All you do, there's a clipboard there. Put your name down, what company you're with, what time it is, and your truck number. That's it. That's all you need. And then you go back to your, come back over here, and then, because I'm a dropping hook, I'm going to be dropping my empty. I've been here countless times, so I know the process here. But, yeah, when he came back into the building, he came out to inspect my trailer while I was busy signing the clipboard. And then he comes back in and kind of just, I don't know, maybe I get the wrong impression, but he kind of seemed like he had a frustrated or annoyed kind of look to him and tone to his voice. And I was like, I don't know if he's annoyed with me about something or if he's just having one of them kind of days or something. I don't know. Maybe he's mad that I caused him to have to open my trailer doors. I'm like, I didn't make him do that. He could have waited for me to come back up there, and that's on him if that's what it is. But I don't know. I'm just kind of an impression. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misreading him though. All right, there's an opening right here. I got tandems all the way back, so I'm gonna go 2 spots past that other JCT there, or whatever, or that used to be JCT. It's a little bit tight on that line there, the lane stripe there. Okay, this is a really wide lane here, by the way, so I kind of had to modify my setup just a little bit. I'm backing my empty into a spot. Where you at?
What's Bobby? Where are you?
It's my buddy Daniel. You got me, Daniel? Alright, yeah, I think he's over at Lineage picking up his load right now. He runs basically between, I don't know, I can hear him, but I don't think he can hear me, so I'll probably tell him I'm vlogging and I'm dropping my empty right now. So let me get drops here and we'll go get checked in. Man, I was right in the middle. Alright guys, we are disconnected. I'm going to just drop the airbags a little bit. We should be good. Alright, we'll go get checked in now. So yeah, that was my real good friend Daniel right there. I thought he was over at Lineage, which is a short distance from here, definitely within CB range. And then it turned out he was like right here on the property. Didn't even know that. So yeah, he ends up barely getting out of my truck, and there he is right there. Actually, I was trying to text him back when because he wasn't hearing me on the radio, and yeah, all of a sudden there he is pulling up. Okay, so we're gonna come over here to the Bobtail staging area now, and then we'll run inside and get checked in, get our bills. What do we have here? These ones are, no, these are empties here. My loaded should be in the next row over. More than likely it'll be in the next row over there. So I know already when I get the bills, just go beeline straight to that other row and probably find it over there somewhere. Alright, let's see if we have room here. up? What's up, Daniel? Alright, yeah, I've got an opening right here. I think you're having issues with your mic or your radio or something. Alright. Yeah, he's scratchy even when he's right here in the lot, so... And I know I was picking up someone on the radio loud and clear, even when they were...
Can you hear me, Scott?
Yeah, you're way better now.
Kyle said to say hi for him. He said you did him a solid last week in Cali.
Said Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle, planner.
He said I did what?
He said you did him a solid last week in Cali. Did you do a planner and trailer last week?
Yeah, I don't really remember. I thought I was on my own load. I rescued someone's load just the other day. Unless he's talking about that one. I guess maybe it was one of his drivers that bobtailed from a house to Pilot and recovered the guy's load and took it to Long Beach.
That's probably it. I'll ask him.
It would make sense. I think I can't remember where the other driver picked his load up at. It might have been at Cactus or somewhere, right? I forget. It might have actually been here in Olathe. I'm gonna run in and get my bills.
Stand forward, brother.
Alright guys, we are done checking in. We got our bills here. Let me yard move it. Hook. Not honk. Hook. Loaded. Trailer. Okay. We'll be looking for trailer 40080. That would be a Hearst box spec trailer. Should be here in this row somewhere. I see mostly nothing but Tyson trailers here on this side, so it's probably up in the next section up. Find out. Let's see a JCT over there, 5804. That's an old one. I didn't know we even still had any of those still in use. Or is that no longer a JCT? Yeah, that's an old. That used to be a JCT. That's someone else's now. I can see where the JCT logo used to be, though. Well, I kind of answered that question. There it is, right here. Alright. She didn't say what spot it was supposedly in, and I just wasn't paying any attention to that part. I was just, all we cared about was JCT trailers. Those are easier to find. Yeah, so. Alright, I do feel my fifth wheel going underneath it a little bit, but I like to feel more weight on it than I am feeling. So let me raise my bags up. Come on. And do some more. Or do I need to do the rest? Am I into it? Into it? No, I don't know. No. I was saying, I know I wasn't hooked up to it yet. There we go. Now we're hooked up. Alright, let me get out and pre-trip it, and we'll scale it and get out of here after that. we are done pre-tripping. I got my tandems already slid to the California hole now. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and check the weight on the on-site scale. Alright, the scale can be found right over here, right where these yellow poles are at. Turn right, and I'll take you right to it. It is a heavy load, 42,000 pounds, so definitely want to check it out. Looks like we're good over there. Just trying to give my tandems all the time that I need, or time that I can to get them to square up with the scale. You're gonna have to go around, dude, if you're saying where to slide your tandems. Alright. Yeah, usually I slide mine over the next row. He thought he was going to pull a fast one and back onto the scale after he got through. We're 680-ish. Alright, so we're just a little bit overweight on the steer. Well, actually not even overweight, because we're at 12,040 pounds on the steers. A lot of you guys might be inclined to think that's illegal by 40 pounds. No, it's not. My steer axle itself is rated for 12,500. You can find that information on a decal right here on the door jamb. If I was in a different point of this video, I would have done a show and tell to show you that, but I'm not going to be able to do that. The tires themselves are rated for over 14,000, and there aren't any states that really truly have a hard 12,000 pound limit on the steer axle. Now, it varies by equipment, so you definitely want to check your own truck. You could have a different axle rating than I have, or different tires than I have, that could affect how much weight you can actually handle. But yeah, mine, I know for sure my own limit is 12,500. I can go across any scale like that, and it won't bother me at all. Okay, let's get checked out here, and we'll get out of here. Alright guys, we are done checking out here. I wish I had more time to work with here. I'm kind of irritated because I wanted to get my loaded call sent, but I'm blocking other people from getting out. They're all just so happens that freaking everybody coming out is Bobtail behind me, and like, you couldn't have a damn trailer checking out. It's just one of them frustrating situations that I can't have it my way or whatever, I guess. Let me turn that. In fact, I forgot to even restart my screen record. That you've set up for you. Alright, we're going to be getting on the southbound I-35. Let's show you, we're going to take the same route, 235, that we just came off of. Right turn here, and then another right turn onto the cloverleaf over on the other side. And then right after we get on the freeway, there's going to be a weigh station we're going to have to go through. My weights are good. 75,700 gross. I think it was 32 something on the drives and 31 something on the tandems, so I'm happy with that. I always get concerned about whether I'm going to be tail heavy when I'm picking up here, because so often I am tail heavy when I reload here. Not necessarily overweight's illegal, but I usually am tail heavy where it's a concern. And there actually have been times where I've had to get loads reworked because they're too far tail heavy. So I'm glad that it worked out great on this one here. Alright, so the lady in the office, the receiving shipping office, yeah, black lady, extensions and all that. I always like dealing with her. She's nice. I always, yeah, I have a good time talking to her. I was actually kind of clowning the guy in the guard shack with her, saying, saying, hey, I think you can rub some of your mood off on me, so I give it to that guy in the guard shack, and then she was suggesting, oh, maybe giving him some candy will help or something. I'm like, well, you know, I can always offer him a Werther's when I get out. I'll get back over there, and and then kind of playing along with that, you're not you when you don't have a Snickers bar kind of thing. You know, those commercials that were popular before. I decided to make a joke out of it. Well, if I had a Snickers bar, I'd give him one of those, but I'm not a Snickers eater, so I don't mind Snickers, but I just never, if I'm going to buy chocolate, candy and stuff, whatever, it's almost never Snickers. I don't mind eating Snickers, I just don't buy them. And then it turned out she's also a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup fan like I am. Alright, pull in and let's go. Yeah, and it is open, so I'm going to have to go in. So yeah, we're kind of joking about that. I had something different at the shack on the way out. Black female, short hair, short dyed hair, I would say. Didn't really have an issue with her. All things said and done, everything went, I would say it went pretty well there overall. It's just, I'm not sure what's going on with that guy who was, when I checked in at the guard shack. My buddy Daniel, when I was talking to him there while I was dropping my empty, he comes here almost daily. Here's the lineage facility that I was talking about right here on the left. He comes in here almost daily to inspect, to check inventory trailers and all that kind of stuff. And I guess he was saying that guy, he has kind of had a bit of an attitude all week long, it seems like. I don't know, maybe something's going on in his life outside of work, or maybe something at work is causing stress. I don't know. Did they change the way this is set up? I don't remember this scale being set up like this before. Huh. This is new. I thought I usually drove more on the other side of this scale. $32,640 is looking like what it says on that. $30,800. Light is still green. All right, we're good to go. All right, so we're good. I'm going to need to stop and swap out my SD cards anyway, so I guess I can always stop at one of the truck stops over here and do that there, and then get my loaded calls hit, and then be on my merry way. Alright, so I didn't get a chance to even finish talking about some of the other stuff I was going to talk about there with the national anthem. Now, military protocol. U.S. military protocol. I talked about retreat. The other thing is, a distinguishment needs to be made if you're in civilian clothes or in military uniform. Let's say, okay, so the military, everybody always knows about saluting the flag when, or at least when you're in uniform, but that only applies when you're outdoors. If you're inside, what we do is just stand at attention. We don't sing, we just stand at attention. And you always face the flag. If you cannot see the flag, you face the music. That's our protocol that we follow. And then if you're in civilian clothes, if you're indoors, you still stand at attention. And then if you're outdoors, well, you're in civilian clothes, or you could be a civilian person, whatever, and the expectation is stand at attention and hold your hand over your heart. That's basically the civilian version of a salute, basically, to the flag. Forget about the music. It's the flag that you're saluting. That's how we see it. We're not even supposed to be making noises when that's going on. We're supposed to just sit there and not look anywhere, look straight at the flag, nothing else, until it's done playing. So, as far as that women's soccer team is concerned, and everybody staying quiet while it's playing, I don't see what the problem is. Let people have their reason for doing that. Maybe they're showing respect to the flag. Maybe they're silently protesting. It doesn't matter. But either way, just keep your fucking mouth shut, and don't sit there and kneel to it so you're pissing off other Americans who serve in the military and fight and die for that flag. And I've talked before about the national anthem. I understand people might have a particular reason why they like or don't like the national anthem, and I've always advocated for, if it's going to become divisive, let's come up with something that will unite everybody, that we can all agree, okay, this is good enough. But my opinion, the Raise Every Voice, I think is whatever that song is called, that is often referred to as the Black National Anthem. It's a decent song, but I don't really see it as being my pick for the national anthem. It's just too gospel-y sounding to me. It's too, I'm not into gospel sound, at least the first part of it. So, the lyrics I don't have a problem with. Just the arrangement, perhaps, if you come up with something different that doesn't sound like I'm in church or something, then okay. I don't have a problem with church, but when you're making people who have a freedom to not be religious feel like they're in church listening to this stuff, how do you think they're going to receive that? So can we come up with something perhaps that might sound maybe traditional, or something that maybe we can all agree on, that has lyrics that we can also all agree on, or something along that line? Yeah, it doesn't have to be the Star Spangled Banner. I like the Star Spangled Banner, but I don't get all into that whole that second verse that nobody even knows about shit. Whatever. We all have freedom of speech, First Amendment rights here in the U.S., though, and my military service, as well as that of everybody else who served, was done with the idea of protecting that right. So that's all I gotta say on that, right? All right, there is a truck stop right up. I can't remember if it's the next exit down. Yeah, that's not the one I'm thinking. There's a QT right there. I could have stopped there, but there's another Dick's or Dell's or now Don's, or I forget the name of the place. It's coming right up here, though, with less than 10 miles away. That's the one I was actually thinking about. So that'll be where I'll shut it down, just long enough where I can scale not scale, but get my damn loaded call sent. And whatever, get my SD cards swapped out as well. Alright, that's all I got on this. Hopefully this video was a little bit shorter than I've been doing. I really hope it is, but I'm not sure it is. Alright, this load will be going to Colton, California, as I mentioned, to Sam's Club / Colton at Walmart DC over there. The Sam's Club side, which is the front side there when you first get in there locked. It's due on Friday morning. So I should be home I think I might have enough time to make it to my house and possibly do a break there before delivering it. We'll find out. I think I'm going to be virtually out of hours too by the time I get over there. I even have to double check how much I'm going to need, and also what am I going to have to work with after I'm empty, because I might end up needing a 34-hour reset for all I know. I'm not really sure. I'll figure it out though. But all right, yeah, it's been pretty good busy week here. It was just with 2 loads. Going to run out my clock pretty much for the most part. All right, y'all have a great day. Appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. All right, now we'll talk to you guys on probably in Colton. See ya.